Hello, everyone. So today I'm going to be giving you a talk on how to heal yourself with ayahuasca. So welcome to the channel if you're new here. This is my first lecture, so bear with me as I attempt to public speak to you about a very important topic to me and maybe to you. So we're going to be talking about how to heal yourself with ayahuasca. So first we need to understand what ayahuasca is. And what ayahuasca is an entheogen. It is an entry into the spirit world. And from its more traditional point of view, from the indigenous peoples that used it in the Amazon, it is a conscious entity, mother, spirit, also known as Pachamama. So, unlike other psychedelics, ayahuasca really can be described as having a spirit, or it feels as if it's a separate conscious spirit that you work with. So, there is a lot of folklore around it, and you can hear about that if you ever partake. So, what else is ayahuasca? In psychological terms, it could be likened to an entry into the subconscious. So, it opens the subconscious in ways that anything else wouldn't be able to access. It can access deep parts of you that are required to access in order for you to do the healing work on yourself that you would want to do if you're to heal. So, that leads us into our next point. What is healing? I have some words for you of what healing could mean: wholeness, integration, truth, love. So you can think of healing as a whole coming together, and integration of all parts of self coming into union. So I think what could help you understand what healing is understanding what is trauma. So trauma can be likened to separation, fragmentation, an unprocessed negative emotional vibration. So anything that has become separated from your conscious living experience is pushed out of your awareness. But that doesn't mean it's not there. It lingers, and that's why it needs to heal. It's as if you're ignoring a festering wound in your soul. So you can't go walking around with a broken leg and expect things to go well. It probably won't. So, trauma. So it's the root of our traumas are from childhood. So this is where we get our core imprint of our traumas, and it's to varying degrees. Some people have it worse, some people have it easier, but we all experience a similar traumatization through the process of socialization. As we go through the school system, we are taught what is right and what is wrong, and in that process we begin to suppress parts of ourselves and feel ashamed of other parts of ourselves. And especially in an unawakened society, to unawaken to all of this, to all of healing, and a society that's unconscious, the trauma is going to be a lot more than if we gained more awareness on this topic. So Another area of life that could cause trauma is intimate relationships. So, throughout your life, of course, you can gather more trauma. It doesn't have to be just in your early childhood, like what psychologists say. But intimate relationships usually are a mirror to the original wounds that you receive. So, really, the partners that you're attracted to will be on your same level of healedness. So they'll mirror to you everything that you need to heal within yourself. So don't expect that to go well if you don't do the work. So, and on a greater scale, what trauma is examples of it that we probably all used to think of what it was veterans coming back from war, which is really a more extreme version of trauma. Okay, so why heal? Why do we want to heal? It's important to know our why if we're to do something and do it effectively. So, healing would stop addictions, it would stop coping, it would stop numbness, it would stop mental fog, and it would stop disease. You'd be living a life of purpose, you'd live in truth, you'd live in love, you'd live in abundance, and you'd create a beautiful life. So, basically, it's the answer to all your problems, isn't it? So, how does ayahuasca help with healing trauma? Exactly. Well, ayahuasca allows you to undergo a process where you are able to access the truth of any sort of situation, any sort of negative emotional imprint or trauma that you've suppressed that's hard to access but still runs you. You're able to come face to face with it with ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is something that cuts through illusion. It cuts through all of your bullshit. So you have to come face to face with the truth of who you are, of how you've lived your life, and of what's happened to you. And that can be very painful if we're unable to accept it. So, what's also important is that you understand something called somatic processing. And this is a term used for feeling the sensation in your body. So when you go on the journey with ayahuasca, it brings you into a state where you are extremely more sensitive to feeling in your body. It can cause purges of negative energies or feelings. It can cause releases in your emotional body. So when working with ayahuasca, it's imperative that you understand what somatic processing really is. And what that is feeling any sort of emotion or trauma to its entirety out of your system, out of your body. So a trauma will be like a emotional like reservoir that is suppressed, and if that shows itself to you and is it a dense feeling, you sit with that and you feel it out of you until it dissipates. And the reason why that you have been in a traumatized state is because you have not felt it, because we aren't taught to sit with our feelings and to acknowledge and to actually feel our feelings. And I know it sounds simple, but I must hammer this point in. I must hammer this point because you likely are have a lot of habits of dissociating from any negative feeling, and you don't have any sort of understanding, or at least you're not taught, that in order to be free from your negative emotions, you feel them. You have to allow them to pass through you. So this is a very important part when you are going on an ayahuasca journey and your intentions are healing. Essentially, you have to be real with how we feel so we can heal. You have to be honest and truthful about what you are experiencing and feel it and not be afraid of it. So, yes, you need to take responsibility for how you enter the ayahuasca realm, but know that ayahuasca is a conscious spirit that knows exactly what you need to face. It's as if it works with you. So the more you create a symbiotic relationship with the spirit of ayahuasca, the better results that you can get. So trust in this spirit, this higher consciousness, essentially, and allow yourself to experience. And so basically, surrender. Surrender is key. So, why work with ayahuasca for your healing? Well, like I've previously explained, ayahuasca really is probably one of the deepest transformational healing modalities that you could ever come across, much more so than talk therapy, traditional talk therapy. They have a joke that one night of ayahuasca is the equivalent of 10 years in talk therapy. And why? Well, because ayahuasca cuts straight through the bullshit. Unlike in talk therapy, where you can bullshit yourself for who knows how long, ayahuasca forces you to come face to face and be directly honest with yourself in a way that you didn't know that you could, because you were so unconscious and burdened by your traumas. So as you go through the process of healing with ayahuasca, you will really see how deeply out of alignment, integrity, and truth, how deeply out of alignment you were with integrity, truth, and love. So this goes back to how we live in an unawakened society. So, you don't know you're swimming in murky waters if that's all that you know. So, take that. Okay, what do you need entering the ayahuasca realm? Well, these are my suggestions to you. A deep spiritual framework. So, a deep spiritual study, a study into transpersonal states, into non-duality, into love, higher spiritual wisdom, and an open mind to this dimension, to this way of reality, because it's a very different framework than what you're used to, probably. So some topics that might help you: a deep and honest interest in spirituality, consciousness, psychedelics, love, truth, healing, and trauma recovery. And then you're going to need emotional maturity. So, what is emotional maturity? When I think of emotional maturity, I think of someone willing to be in truth even if it costs them. Someone willing to take responsibility even when it's difficult. Is a growing up of sorts. And if you don't have that emotional maturity, well, ayahuasca is probably going to force you to develop some of that. So maybe it goes hand in hand. So, along with that, integrity and discipline, know that the process is difficult, and to keep with it. It's probably one of the most difficult things I've gone through. I thought I was going to die multiple times. It's extremely hard on your body. It's extremely hard to process it all. So, strength. And then a basic framework for your traumas. So, it's probably best to have gone through to therapy, or to have a sort of understanding, a framework, a map of all the stuff that you know that you need to work on, and a context for who you are and what needs to heal. That will help you a lot, probably. So, as you work with it, just remember, surrender, listen to the medicine. It'll guide you. Listen to it and follow your intuition. Deep respect for respect for the space, respect for the spirit of ayahuasca. Respect what a gift it is that you are able to have the opportunity to heal at this level. A deep intent to heal, and a willingness to forgive. So, as you work more with ayahuasca, you'll learn the importance of forgiveness in the healings of your traumas, and how that will lead you into a state of love, which is really what we were talking about with healing, and what wholeness is love. So, lastly, what will you get out of this little adventure? You'll probably get a transpersonal understanding of yourself and consciousness, a deep love and connection to everything, forgiveness of yourself and of anyone who's hurt you, living as you were made to be by the Creator, living in alignment with your purpose. You'll have a full cup of love, a connection to your higher self, your higher purpose, a shedding of your past conditionings on what is worthy of love, and what and of right and wrong and judgmentalism. And lastly, beautiful thoughts, beautiful mind. You will experience profound love, profound, expanded, beautiful states. And these will be the most healing for you. These will show you the truth of who you are, what you deserve. So, and how you will be living your life after, if you'll listen. So, thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you next week. And good luck with everything.